Hello and welcome to the Roundup video for Module 2. Well done everyone, this was another great module. There have been some great contributions as usual, and the activity on the class-wide forums and the non-graded forums has been good. I know it can be tough balancing assignments and interactions on the course. I'm sure you've all been working hard on your submissions as these have been very good quality overall, so well done. I'd encourage you to engage on the forums wherever you have the time though, as this can be very useful, and as I've said before, we can all learn a lot from each other. The class-wide discussion forums have been very active again, and students have provided some interesting strategies regarding their investment objectives. Many of you generally seem to share the same objectives of capital appreciation and/or income generation. A lot of you have also grasped some important concepts and applying them correctly. For instance, there have been a number of posts discussing risk tolerance or appetite, passive income, and investment horizons or timelines. Furthermore, there seems to be a strong awareness of macroeconomic forces that may impact decision-making, such as political instability or inflation. A number of students have also taken the opportunity to engage with each other's posts and made some valuable contributions. There are too many of you to mention, which is great, but well done to all of you. It is much appreciated and very valuable for your fellow classmates. There have also been some interesting conversations on the small group discussion forums. Students have identified what kind of property entrepreneur they would like to be and have critically engaged with the Investor's Toolkit, identifying which elements are most relevant to them. They have also applied the toolkit to their own circumstances, which has enriched the discussion enormously. Remember, you can access the other small groups and read what they have said if you like. I'd encourage you to check up on the small group discussions regularly so that you can respond to your fellow students. I also want to remind you that participating in these forums is compulsory and counts towards your final marks. In order to receive a good mark, remember to cover the topic and questions asked, as well as engage as much as possible with your classmates. These forums are graded on engagement, so you need to ask questions or comment where you can. Also, I'd like to thank those of you who took the initiative to run your chosen sites by me. Well done. This helps avoid any possible issues later on with site choices. Technical issues. When you're using any of the discussion groups and would like to direct a post or reply to a particular person, please tag them. You do this by typing the @ symbol followed by the person's name. You should then see a drop-down list of various names. This allows the person being tagged to easily find the comment and respond, as well as the fact that they are notified, so they are less likely of missing your post or question. When you tag me, I aim to get back within 12 hours and not later than 24 hours. If I'm taking a while to respond, please feel free to tag me again to remind me. Also, when you submit files for assignments or activities, please ensure that the file name starts with your name and surname. This helps us a lot when filing the various assignments. Lastly, remember to provide evidence or support for any statements you make in your submissions, example regarding the economy. Anyone who may read your reports or analysis, such as a potential investor or lender, needs to know your comments are based on reliable sources or decent research you have carried out. Now on to Module 3. Well done on completing Module 2. I really hope you enjoyed it. Module 3 is now centered around the legal environment and will consider the property ownership process, property rules and regulations, and compliance with property law. I would advise you to consider the notes within your own context and with your ongoing project in mind. You may be able to relate certain points to your site or identify any potential legal hurdles. You have now been working on this module for a few days, and I really do hope it's going well. As usual, if you have any questions or queries, please tag me in the discussion forums. That's it for now. All the best with Module 3, and I'll see you on the discussion forums.